First of all, thank you, Shriram and the team for this opportunity to talk about RChilli and the solution that we have for the recruitment industry. So I'll jump straight into it, cover the brief introduction in a couple of minutes, and then I'll talk about the solution that we have. And I'll try to focus my talk around the particular challenge that we've seen in the industry of late and how we're helping overcome that. So a quick background about us. So RChilli is the most trusted partner for parsing, matching, and data enrichment for the global recruiting industry. Our target audience is usually, ATS, CRM, any sort of recruitment app that imports resumes and needs to match them against jobs, and also enterprises who use us for their own in-house recruitment, either from their career page or directly from within whatever ATS that they're using. So we do this by the use of our APIs, which can be implemented into whatever ATS CRM that you're selling or you're using. Because like I said, we sell to both HR tech vendors and also to enterprises who may be using a third-party system like Oracle, Salesforce, any of the popular ones. Now, we started way back in 2010, and I've been with the company ever since for almost 10 years now. I completed 10 years in July. And we've seen a lot of ups and downs in the business so far, but nothing has come close to what we've seen in the past 2 years. And rightfully so. It's been chaotic. There's been lots of ups and downs in the workforce. There's been lots of ups and downs in the personal front because of COVID. And I myself have been impacted by COVID. I lost my dad in June. So it's been a rough couple of years, to say the least. But in terms of business and specifically in terms of hiring, one trend that we've seen, emerge is people are more inclined to hire you based on a particular skill that you have rather than a particular degree. And what I mean by that is it used to be that you would look for a particular degree in your resume. And if you had that degree, you would automatically get shortlisted. Now it's changed from, you may not have a degree, but you may have the right skill set. And that's one of the challenges that we've seen in the market lately. And rightfully so, because if you look at the labor market statistic of 2020, close to, in America, close to 60% of the workforce don't even have a degree. People who are working over the age of 25. And when you look at 60% workforce not having a degree, how are you supposed to shortlist them, right? How are you supposed to find out who's qualified and who's not? And at the same time, in 2020, according to Udemy, they've seen a 24% increase across the board for upskilling, reskilling courses, which means people are not going for traditional educations because of the climate, but they still want to upskill. They still want to be able to go for that job, because there have been cases, people who've been out of the job market for like decades, they've lost a job instantly, right? And they've had to go back, reskill, and then apply for new jobs. And because of this, we recognize it's important to give the tools to the industry so that the traditional hiring based on education is no longer the go-to. So that's why the product that we have, specifically talking about the taxonomy, and I'll give you a quick demo of it right now. So let me change my screen to our demo here. All right, so I'll start by giving you a quick overview of what a traditional resume parser looks like. It, simply put, it's the process of converting an unstructured resume, and we do that through the use of our API. Oops, I'm signed out. So we do that by using our API, which you can see implemented here. So you can upload a doc, PDF, pretty standard stuff. Candidate comes in, applies with their resume, and you can extract all of the details from the resume. So this is your traditional way of extracting information from the resume and adding it to your database. Now, you'll notice in this particular case, the first employment here is this person at Henry Ford Hospital, and they were a cardiologist. Now, you'll notice this is in red. That's because whenever RChilli parses a resume, it identifies the job titles as well as skills for that job title. We can do this because we have an extensive taxonomy for skills and job titles, which gives us this intelligence. So therapy, cardiac monitoring, patient administration, these are skills that go hand in hand with being a cardiologist. And not only that, you'll notice below there's something called aliases, which are similar matching keywords that our taxonomy adds on its own. So you get the job title the person was working at while they were at that job, but you also get these similar skills from us. Now, how this helps the end user is, if you're an ATS or a CRM or any sort of recruitment app, you can tag these keywords in your records so that your end user, whenever they search for any one of these keywords, this record will come up. Of course, you can assign weightages. If it's an exact match or not, you can go into in-depth and do that. But this is how it's helping you. And the same thing for skills. We extract operational skills, we extract soft skills, behavioral skills, and each one of these skills is extracted in the JSON. So you're told what the skill is. We format it for you if it needs to be formatted. We tell you what the type of skill it is. Where was it found in the resume? If there's an experience linked to that skill, we also give you that. And we give you the ontological classification. So where does it fall under the hierarchy? So because of this taxonomy, your traditional search is not just limited to degrees and years of experience. You can actually go ahead and filter based on skills and find the right applicant based on the skill that you need for them to perform that job. So this is how you can leverage our taxonomy, embedded within your ATS, CRM, or recruitment app. Or if you're an enterprise using like a third-party ERP, we can integrate directly into there as well. Be it Salesforce, PeopleSoft, Oracle iRecruit, whatever you're using. So that is, in a nutshell, what we're helping the industry to do, because this has come up in the past couple of years. And our taxonomy has been in the works, and we gave it a final tweak to version 3.0 the past year. And it's up for grabs. It's ready for you to implement it. And don't take my word for it, right? So we have just a small plug here. So we have an incubator program that you can start with as low as $150 for 10,000 documents. Gives you full access to our resume parsing, matching, search and match, as well as the taxonomy API. So you can plug it into directly to your existing app and use it, for 3 years at a time. So that is my brief intro about RChilli, our products, and sort of challenge that we've seen in the market of late. And I'll just take a pause here and open up for any questions that anyone might have.
Thanks, Lovepreet. That was a neat and crisp demonstration and presentation. So the question that I have for you is: are you seeing some trends that are of keen interest to you and RChilli? And how do you think RChilli is well positioned to meet these new trends and requirements of the marketplace?
Yeah, so the trend that I talked about, which is mostly the workforce relying more on upskilling and reskilling rather than your traditional ways of acquiring a degree in education. So that's the specific trend we've seen in the hiring space, because RChilli's focus has always been applicants and resumes and jobs, because that's a product, right? And in that space, we've seen people apply with resumes that may not necessarily have an education that fits the job that they're applying for, but they have the skill set, right? And deep experience in the particular skill set. And because of that, we've brought out this taxonomy that further helps you to shortlist candidates and do away with the traditional, like methods of using a degree or a B school to qualify a candidate as a qualified or unqualified candidate. So it's more about, do you have the skills to actually do the job and excel rather than just having a degree.
Skills over qualifications. Thank you very much, Lovepreet. That was indeed an insightful presentation.